MMH Radio, the home of rock here at Stonedeaf Festival 2019, and I'm glad to say a regular with us here on the station. It's Brad.
Hello.
From
How you going?
Massive. Are you, mate? All
Fancy
right?
seeing you here.
No, we get everywhere, we do.
Saw you last year here, actually.
That's right, yeah, you were walking around with
Just
Chelsea, weren't
stumbling
you?
around, making my way around the fields,
Yeah. Good memory, if nothing else. No, the guys got together, 2012?
Yeah, we started in 2012.
Melbourne.
Yeah, in a little farmhouse. We just set up a studio. We're all in other bands, and we were sick of playing the Wednesday nights to 10 people. We wanted to, take on the world. So we set up a little studio, wrote 11 songs, and released it as our first album. And what's going on there? Shh. There's a woman's choir over there.
We'll give you a round of applause.
Yeah, that's all right. But yeah, we just wrote 11 songs and had no expectations, released it as an album, and just so happened that it became our first record, and we've been touring it ever since, really.
Yeah.
Hey, look, here's Andrew.
Here's another gentleman.
Andrew, drummer, and all-round nice guy.
Yeah.
G'day,
Welcome.
how are we?
I've just passed Ben, so he won't be long.
He will be. He's doing a poo.
So then, the big thing was you got signed up by Heare Records.
That helped, yes.
And what happened to that setup?
Well, we did 2 albums with them. It was great. The reason we're here is because of the hard work they did.
Mm-hmm.
The first album was really, really, really good. The second album didn't do as well. No, through no fault of anybody's, really.
Yeah.
Just, victim of circumstance. And so, but we went our own separate ways after the second album. Come on in, Ben.
So you're now with what, Off Your Rocker?
Now we're off your rocker for the third one.
Yeah.
And working on a fourth one.
I mean, we may or may not have already started that.
We have, we've started demoing some stuff and whatever. But
I'm going to say they've not told you yet. Have they,
they've got a new singer.
They've got, yeah.
I'm not going to eat this on the camera because it makes me, like, when you chew it, you can hear the...
Your teeth will stick together.
I'll keep it later.
Well, mate.
So we'll just take him to the van.
Ah, you carry on, mate. Carry on. That's what they're there for. Going back now to the beginning with you singing and into the type of music you wrote. You used to be a drummer once upon a time.
Not very good.
Right?
No,
but
terrible.
But you were.
I pretend I am.
A drummer.
Were you a drummer?
No, I pretend
Go on.
I can twirl a drumstick. That's about it.
So you've never
He's much better at drumming than me.
I should think so.
Who?
Yeah.
You.
I was going to say him.
Him too. He's not
good.
And him.
Sorry.
Yeah. So when you're growing up in Australia, guys, what sort of music scene was there over there? What were your influences as such?
Well, mine were what Mum and Dad listened to. So it was a lot of Jimmy Barnes and Cold Chisel. John Farnham.
Yeah.
He's the voice. He still is.
Well, he had 2 careers basically. He did,
Pretty
didn't he?
much.
Let's be
Bit
honest.
of Little River Band, But, T-Rex and Led Zeppelin, that sort of stuff. So.
Does that come out in your playing? Anyone in particular?
Yeah, I mean, I then from that got into Kiss and Motley Crue and a bit of 80s stuff. So I like to think it's a bit of a mix between that,
Yeah. Now, were you listening to the 80s stuff when it came out, or did you catch up with it?
I caught up because I was born in '93.
I
So.
was just going to say the same thing, mate. Yeah.
80s.
We don't quite look old enough for that. Ben?
What did I grow up listening to?
Yeah. We'll ask how old you are after this question, don't worry.
Poison, Van Halen, and Guns N' Roses were my 3 favourites.
He was there when they came out.
Yeah.
That'll do for the age question.
He went to school with them.
He was
their
2
teacher.
when they came out.
It's a strange thing. Like, I remember these songs. I remember, these bands coming out. And it's hard to explain to people, like, the feeling of when these bands were actually around doing stuff.
Appetite for Destruction is still one of the
Yeah.
all-time
Mate,
great albums.
I was only a little kid, but I'm so glad I was there for that because no music's made me feel like that
Yeah.
since.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yourself?
So,
Right?
my first real rock and roll record was Appetite.
Yeah.
Tell them what the album before that was.
I was probably like a smash hits, one of those summer hit things.
It was
whatever.
Hanson or something, wasn't it?
I had a Handsome record once, yeah.
Bop,
Sure.
yeah.
Well, of course, so did every kid my age.
Yeah.
But, I traded my smash hits, summer hits for a Guns N' Roses record at one point and fell in love with rock and roll.
And ever since then, yeah.
And then indulged into everything else, the Zeppelins and the Thin Lizzies and the Ozzy Osbournes and everything else. So 70s and 80s is what I've always listened to.
Same here, yeah.
I love new music too, but that's what influenced me to play rock and roll.
Mm-hmm. how can we put it? I've got it written down here, songwriting based on personal experiences. Do you find that when you're sitting down and writing songs, wherever you get a chance to do it, do you draw on things that happened to you personally, to the band, or stuff you've watched on the TV?
It wasn't much stuff watching the TV because I don't watch TV, but whenever someone pisses me off, I write a song about them.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of people piss me off, so I write lots of albums.
It's lots of little subtle things.
So the next album will feature a track called That Guy from MMH, the home of rock radio, yeah. Free advertising for
I
us.
try to get a little bit subtler than that, mate, but you know, you'll be up there.
Cheers, mate.
No, I try to, when I write lyrics, they are personal. They try to be something that I don't just write words because, you know, it's an instrument, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not just going to play notes. You want to play notes that feel something. So when I write words, it's the same thing. I want to tell a story, and I've got a platform to do it. So, you know, if someone pisses me off, the best form of revenge as a songwriter is to write a song about them because, you know, I can say what I want. I don't have to put a Facebook rant up. I can just write a song, and it's stuck in history. That there you go. Do
you do it individually, or do you all get together and then knock a riff out or whatever, or do a bit of a melody and then take it on from there?
Bits and pieces,
yeah, a bit of both.
Yeah.
It's sort of happened in all different ways.
Do you live do you live really close together? So
yes.
About 16,000 miles apart.
I'm in Australia.
That's next door in Australia, yeah.
Well, I'm 10 hours away from him in Australia, so
Not even close.
ideal.
Yeah.
we don't even see each other for
You've got
6
your own
months.
personal jet as well.
We use Facebook a lot to write songs.
But that's the power of the internet. Like, you know,
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
record stuff at my house, send it to him, he can send me stuff.
Modern
Send
technology, isn't it?
Send stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's funny, songs come about in all different ways. I had a little idea, a tiny idea, and I remember recording it in my backyard. And I sent it to Brad, and it was only 4 notes. And I just went, I have an idea for a song, 4 notes. And he goes, okay. And then he came back, he flew back to Australia, and he goes, you know that idea you had? And I said, yeah. He goes, this is the song I've written around this idea. And he's come back with the whole song, and I was like, and he goes, it was a great idea that you had, like, it's the main riff of the song.
I wouldn't have written that song if I didn't hear the riff that he sent me.
And so he's written this whole monstrosity around these 4 notes.
Monstrosity. I thought it was pretty good, actually.
One of your better songs, yeah.
And you've done that a couple of times.
But we do it the other way as well. Like, you know, the first single of Rebuild Australia was Roses. That was never going to be the first single, and it was just a fast punk rock song.
Exactly, with the title you're not expecting it, are you?
Yeah, and then we played it, and then I sent it to Ben the way I had it, and he went and re-recorded it with 80s drums, samples and whatever. But he had like this halftime bit in the chorus, just one little part, and it just took the song from there to being the first single. Like it was just like that one idea took what I had, which would have been, you know, a track 9 or 10 on an album, and turned the song into something really, really cool. So, you know, I usually write that much of the song, but it's the flavor on top that makes the sort of song.
Bits, yeah.
So yeah, we all input on the flavor really. So
now, Australian band, but you're living in Germany.
I live in Germany. Yeah, these guys live in Australia.
You're a dad.
I am a dad. Yes.
What sort of effect? Daft question, maybe. What sort of effect did that have you on your career and also on your life?
No, well, I've been used to smelling poo. I'm in a rock band. I live in a tour van with Easy Dear. So, you know, it's exactly the same as touring. You get no sleep and everything smells like crap. But it's you know, you have to smarten up a little bit, you know, and you have to plan yourself better. But that's not it. That doesn't stop the band from doing what we do. It actually helps the band because we're more responsible now than we've ever been. And I don't mean that in a crazy way, like, you know, we've calmed down and we're serious. We're still idiots. Yeah. But we know exactly what we want to do, and we've got a clear path of where we're going because I've got somewhere to be when we're not here.
Yeah, and it almost makes him want to work harder because he's not just working for himself now. It's like
that's right.
Yeah,
like the mouth to feed.
You really want to. You really want to push harder because.
There's you know, if I end up homeless and whatever, it doesn't matter because it's my own fault for not selling enough records. But if I end up with a family that's homeless, well, you know, that's not good.
Means you're really not selling.
Yeah, really not selling enough records.
Yeah, it was really good. I hadn't seen these two for like 6 months or something after the last tour. I flew all the way to Germany, got to his house. I go into his house and he's just like, shh.
Baby's asleep. We've changed now, man.
Just
There's
walk in, he hands me a
No
beer.
2 a.m. parties anymore.
We'll cut this out, don't worry about it.
No, it's alright. No, it's part of who we are now. It's just...
Right,
You
one
know.
final quick question before we run over time. Festivals or venues, which would be your favourite?
festivals.
Bearing in mind that you travel an awful long way.
I mean, festivals are good, but it's like, if you do them every day, they get normal. So it's good to have the little pub gigs
Yeah.
with the
That
festival
both.
coming up.
Yeah.
And then you do some more pub gigs with another festival. You know, it's good to split them up a bit.
Yeah,
Because you don't play to a crowd like we did today very often,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I have mixed feelings because it never sounds great on stage at a festival. It's really hard to hear what each other are doing.
Yeah,
In a little venue, you can really hear each other and you can really play along with each other.
I'm with you.
And
Yeah.
it's just, at a festival, you really just got to try and play the songs the best you can.
Mm.
Whereas in a little venue, there's a lot more personal touch we can put on the songs.
And also the set time as well.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
we-
I don't mind getting up and doing 35 minutes.
That's
smashing
good.
it.
Like, we
Yeah.
feel like we could go and, you know, do another set, but
But then you're signing like your name 800 times after the gig. It's always
yeah,
a
my
nice
hand's
feeling.
dead.
I personally, I get to a festival like this and I feel like I'm driving 80 in first gear. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
revving up. I'm going.
We're
mental.
still going.
I'm flying. I'm
It feels
just
like we've
going
still got a gig
bonkers.
to come.
And you're going to be doing it throughout 2020 as well.
Yeah, we're coming back in 2020.
excellent
We've already
stuff.
started booking some shows. We've got some stuff we're not allowed to announce yet, but
Don't worry.
is on
Good
the dotted
stuff.
line. Oh yeah, we're doing some big festivals next year, boys. Be
Cheers,
great
guys.
fun.
Thank you very much indeed for your time.
Always a pleasure, man.
Thank you.
Catch you again, Brad. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ben,
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
thank you very much for that, guys.
And we are massive, and you are listening to MMH, the home of rock radio.
You. Thank you.
He said it all for me.